there you go, guys. You guys witnessed one more rally here in Tampa, Florida, because of Sister Sherry, who was slaughtered just last week. They killed and murdered her. She was working for Al Jazeera and desecrating her, beating people up, and the day that they were putting her in the ground, desecrating her coffin. It was just absolutely despicable thing by Zionist Israel, what they're doing. So alhamdulillah, because of these brothers and sisters down here who's constantly organizing the craziness that is going on in Palestine by the Zionist Israel squatters who came from Europe literally to just come steal other people's land. They've been there for over 80 years, and ultimately it's the Congress of the United States. It's the taxpayers' money, it's American taxpayers' money who's paying for these Zionist scumbags who's going around killing, murdering, and slaughtering people, not only in Palestine, but also all across the world. If we want to do something about it, we have to stop, and vote properly and get rid of the Congress. I mean, that's the reality of it is. These people, because don't forget, guys, Sister Shireen was a Christian, she was not a Muslim. So this is not a thing about Muslim or Christians or the Zionists. They are everybody's, I mean, they're very evil people. They hate everybody and anybody, and they just killed a press lady, who's been telling the truth for the past 25 years for the defense of Palestinian against the Zionist occupation of squatters who came from Europe, squatting and taking other people's land. And they assassinated her. They actually, planned it, assassinated, and then ultimately desecrated her coffin as they were taking it to bury it. I mean, this is the most despicable thing that can happen. It's the most despicable thing that someone can do, to desecrate a dead body's person and not allowing it to be buried correctly, properly. That's what exactly it is to the Native of America. And I mean, you saw the brother, 100 million Native of American was slaughtered. So it's a normal thing in America, pretty much. Not only kill, murder, slaughter 100 million Native American, but also now killing and murdering Palestinian. Brother, he's a Native American right here. He's been coming down here for many years. I've been seeing him coming to protest against the occupation because his people was slaughtered, 100 million of them. They came down here, they killed, murdered, slaughtered his people, and then now the Zionists is just going around the world killing and murdering, slaughtering people, including the Palestinian, that they came and take their land over. So it's a normal thing here in America for us to just simply go and vote for scumbags. This Joe Biden piece of garbage, he already told the whole entire world. Don't forget that he's a Zionist. If there was no Israel, he would be creating Israel. So this is the most despicable thing that you can imagine, that we simply go and back a despicable terrorist state like Israel, who's been going around killing, murdering, and slaughtering innocent people, not only in Palestine but all across the world. The majority of the wars that is happening in the Middle East is because of Israel. I mean, it's just simple as that. They just plan it. They have been planning it, killing and murdering people, and enough is enough. And ultimately, now people are waking up in the United States and realizing where the problem's coming from. As long as we fall asleep and we don't do the right thing, this is what's going to happen. We have to stop the Congress of the United States in order to be able to bring changes. Changes doesn't happen, guys. Changes doesn't happen by itself overnight. Changes doesn't happen because you're sitting in the back of your couch and just watching us doing it. Changes happen if you get up and do it. The reality of it is, it takes little things like this, and you keep doing it until people realize. I mean, this is going on in Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, and all across the United States. But for those who are just sitting down here and simply think they're going to bring changes sitting in their buns, that's not going to happen. You have to get up. You have to be a part of that changes so that we can see people stop killing, murdering, and slaughtering people, not only in Palestine, but also in Afghanistan, Syria, Libya, Iraq, Yemen, which they have killed and murdered and slaughtered millions and millions of people, most of them Muslims. and that's what the sad part of it is. Because we all came from the same family. That's the family of humanity. And the sad part of it is, what they do to the black folks or what they do to the native of America. And it's all a part of the same garbage system that they've been a part of it. That's why as far as the Palestinian goes, they've been getting away with it. But thanks to the phones, these phones that we can usually go and record stuff like that, to be able to get the bigger general public to realize what's going on. And if every single one of us do our part of it, and if we just don't sit and say, oh, this is not my thing, it's not my business, it's not my business, it's not my thing, then you're never going to be able to bring changes. Changes happen when you get up and you go and do something about it. Get up, guys. Do something about it. The only way I personally that I push so much about Palestine, even because I'm from Afghanistan, people want to know why I'm not pushing so hard for Afghanistan, because the reality of it is if we can fix the problem in Palestine, because that's where the nest of the hornet is. That's where all the corruption is, and also our Congress is being completely controlled from there. If we can solve the problem down there and solving the issues and problems of the world, it's not going to be that difficult. But ultimately, it starts from right there. May Allah's peace and blessing be on you wherever you watch from. It is over, and I'm getting ready to go home. Peace and blessings from wherever you're watching.